Back at it once again.
Let's do it.
Okay, we're going to run down Hard Knocks, Episode 3. Week 3 of the preseason for the Redskins and the Giants.
Dress rehearsal.
Ooh, and things are starting to shape up. Patrick Chung's dumbass. We're going to get into him.
White
Zeke drama.
lines going through my mind.
Yeah, we're going to refrain from singing. Don't worry about it. More drama from the land of the Cowboys with Zeke. The Browns can't stop talking about the G-Men for some reason.
Some hoe ass shit.
Alright, my man gonna get into Jay-Z a bit. I don't know about hero time. You got heroes this week?
I do have a on the cusp hero zero.
Okay, it's walking that line.
It's walking that line.
I got nothing but fucking zeros. Okay, let's get into it. It's time.
Here we go.
Boom.
Brooklyn in the building, baby.
Boogie down.
Let's go.
Back at it again. As always, he's Dave.
He's Dave.
Welcome back to the Sports Rant.
Let's do it.
Hard Knocks, Week 3.
Pretty good episode.
I'm enjoying this iteration of it.
I am enjoying it. I am enjoying it. Couple of spotlights. My man Darren Waller.
Yes.
Okay, the tight end for the Oakland Raiders. You know, he was very forthcoming and honest about his struggle.
Yep.
And his self-destruction while he was on the Ravens. He was saying he snorted coke and did all types of pills and
something you don't get
drinking.
from a lot of cats these days.
Nah, total honesty. And he said the reason why it caught my attention is the Madden team came and said they gave him a 69 or something like that, or a 68 for his Madden rating. And he said, yeah, all right, I can understand that. Which, if you saw it 2 minutes earlier, my man Abram was like, nah, you know, I need more. You know, he never played a fucking NFL down. And it was very honest.
Right.
And I was like, okay, so let me find out more about this character. And as Hard Knocks does, they went in depth. And they had him talk about his demons and all of that. I'm rooting for the guy, man. I'm rooting for him. I hope he does his thing.
And nothing else. He stays clean.
Yeah, I hope he stays clean. I hope but it seems like he's done with the self-destruction. He realized he was playing himself, and you know he now wants to do well, you know. So I hope he does it. But he said himself, he said if I get cut, you know that's on me. I ruined my chance already. You very rarely find that kind of self-reflection with these millennials. Mm-hmm. So kudos to that guy, man. Kudos to that guy.
Big time. I enjoyed the hell out of Frank Caliendo appearance in the beginning of the episode.
Isn't he awesome?
First of all, his impersonation of John Gruden,
spot on.
Fucking spot on.
Spot on, baby.
From the voice, the mannerisms, the way he makes his face frown, and oh my god,
with the eye
and
situation.
the fact that Gruden's over there loving every second of it.
Yeah.
I think at one point Gruden went, "How about you tell a joke?" And Caliendo was like, "I ran out of joke 5 minutes ago."
You saw the Stephen A. Smith one at the end?
Yes.
That was great, It was great.
You know, not for nothing, not to get off too hard. I like his Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, he's Morgan Freeman. His Morgan Freeman is awesome.
Yes.
He's a very good impersonator. I will give him Frank Caliendo those props.
So, of course,
go ahead.
We cannot.
Oh, hold on. Before we get to that.
All right.
I have a issue with Hard Knocks. Their lack of running back stories. Isn't Doug Martin on that team?
Yes, he is.
Isn't first round pick Josh Jacobs on that team from Alabama?
Wouldn't know it.
You would never know it. I never see anything in depth about those two guys or anybody in the running game. Do they not expect their running game to be good? Are they trying to hide it?
You know, I really couldn't tell you. I have noticed it has been lacking from the show.
Yeah, there's no storylines behind that, and I think that's a pretty big storyline.
Yeah,
you know, you got this guy you drafted in the first round out of Alabama, who they don't really make great running backs. They make decent running backs, but this guy was supposed to be the chosen one, first round pick.
Yeah,
I don't understand why they don't have anything about him, but whatever.
Maybe it could be he's not brash enough for the screen.
Maybe he needs to be like Jonathan Abram, you know, a wild dude.
There you go.
So let's get into the fuckery.
Oh. So of course you couldn't have a Hard Knocks episode without touching on more Antonio Clown controversy. First off, the simple fact that the man's sitting there talking about how he wants to get back to basics, needs to get healed up from his feet, which he did to himself, and he's tired of all the noise. He can't stand the noise. My man, you created the noise.
The noise is because of you, son.
Every fucking turn regarding this helmet bullshit. You know, every person that knew that you needed to have a regulated helmet, an approved helmet, that both the NFL and the NFL Players Association said, these are the approved helmets. You knew last year. For you to come out, for your agent to come out and make these statements, oh, we didn't have enough transition time.
Super agent Drew Rosenhaus. Drew Rosenslav.
Vulture number one. But now you got Rosenhaus advocating for him on shows like Get Up and anything sports related, talking about this is the helmet he's been using since he was a kid. First of all, if this is the helmet he was using as a kid, then you know there's a problem, okay? Because what happens as you get older? You get bigger, okay? There's no way that helmet, if that's the helmet from when he was a kid, and I'm talking pee-wee football, if that's the case, that's a regulation helmet. That's problem number one. Problem number two is this whole bullshit where they didn't have enough time. You had time. If you had time to go on Twitter, to go on Instagram, and post all these fucking videos, get me out of Pittsburgh, do this, do that, and troll the Steelers and the Steelers fans at every turn, then you had enough time to find a fucking helmet.
Tell them like it is. You're professional.
Okay?
And the whole fact that Drew Rosenhaus was telling John Gruden during Hard Knocks, we could have handled it better. Once you admit that, it's over. There's no other blame than on you.
I know that as an agent, you can't speak against your client. I know as a head coach, you can't speak against your player on such a sensitive issue. But
he held him down.
He held him down. Okay? That being said, did you see AB in the third preseason game?
No.
I didn't see him either. So that means either one thing. Either A, his feet aren't healed, which is an injury of his own doing, or B, he still ain't getting over the whole helmet situation.
Or C, he didn't have long enough practice time for it to be worth.
How could he have had enough practice time at this point?
I haven't seen him practice once.
All right? This is ridiculous. You got a new quarterback. You got a new scheme you got to learn. You got to be a fucking camp. Enough of this bullshit.
Enough of the nonsense, man.
All right.
So that's Hard Knocks. All right?
So, still sticking on week 3 of the preseason. Your Redskins, my Giants, had their third games.
Right.
Big news for the Redskins is the reemergence of their 2018 pick, Darius Geese. Okay, Thank you. Returning from the ACL tear.
Right.
And he looked good. He definitely got a good, strong arm, stiff arm.
Ooh, you saw that?
He fucking posted that.
Get him out of here, son.
But the thing that I like is the fact that, you know, this is a kid that in his last 2 years in college ran 12 and 1,300 yards respectively in those last 2 years.
With no throwing game.
Okay? So you teaming him up well now with, you know, pardon the pun, I'm not trying to put no titles on anyone, but you putting him with the Godfather, AP. AP can still throw down.
It's a good 1 and 2.
Okay?
His first carry, 22 yards last week.
Okay? So, the same way back in the day, Giants used to throw out Barber and Jacobs, the Redskins cannot throw out AP and Geis. Okay? Yeah. It's going to be a nice duo.
Yeah, I was feeling Geis's his carries.
Yes.
I was very worried about him. I still am. I wasn't really big on Geis coming out of college. Mm-hmm. I wanted the dude that the Detroit Lions took. Forget his name. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I forget his name. But
anyway, DeGraw
is kicking in.
Okay.
But I wanted him. Yeah. But they picked him before us, and we wound up with Darius Geis. All you heard about from Darius Geis before the start of the draft was that he had an ego problem and all of that. What he's done since he's become a Redskin, beside the play on the field, speaks totally against that. All he does is does stuff for charity. He's a great guy. It's like the perfect guy you want to succeed.
Exactly.
And hopefully he does. But from yesterday, I was very happy about the response. I only watched the first half because they only came on at 4 o'clock in the morning this morning. I woke up and watched it at 6 o'clock in the morning. A few notes. Case Keenum is trash. I have no kind of good wishes about my season. I think we're gonna go 4-12 at the very best. What else? I was very positive about the defense. All defensive line with Daron Payne, who, listen, if you haven't heard his name yet, Daron Payne is gonna be a problem in this league. He's gonna be a situation.
You know who knows Daron Payne's name very well?
Who?
Eli Manning.
Why?
For the last year.
But he destroyed him,
yes.
right? Yes, he did. But it's going to be worse this year. I'm telling you, dude, somehow he got faster and stronger. It's insane how ridiculous this guy is. He's like a specimen, son. Him, my man Jonathan Allen, my man Matt Ioannidis, the Iron Man.
Yep.
I think we have one of the best front three in the league. Too bad they're going to be wasted because the offense can't score points. I was very encouraged by John Bostic. I understand why we let Mason Foster go. I was, Landon Collins. How could y'all let him walk, son? How could y'all let him walk? Jesus Christ. Landon Collins, that guy is an issue.
You know what? It's not even the fact that the Giants let him walk, okay?
He let him walk to us.
Not just to you. It's the fact that there was an opportunity. There was a calling last year when there was let's clean the cupboard, and they was trading players left and right at the trade deadline last year.
Yeah, you could have traded him.
And they could have traded him, at least gotten a 4th round pick for him.
Yeah.
Now we got nothing.
Okay? We got a fucking Pro Bowl player. That dude is ridiculous.
And you was bitching at first.
I was bitching.
The money that he got.
And then I seen him. That dude cleans up everything. Yes. You can't get past that motherfucker.
Nope. And him and let's not forget, he idolized one of your favorant players all
Sean
time,
Taylor.
So
all these guys say they idolize him. The guy Sua Cravens said he did it, and Sua Cravens won't. You can't pay him to play football.
Yeah,
he just don't want to play.
But Collins actually wore 21 in respect.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
He is. So.
And my man Jimmy football playing Moreland. All right, 7th round pick out of JMU. James Madison University, best pick we had the entire draft. He's ridiculous. He's been crazy in camp. He's been crazy during the games. All he does is get his hands on pause.
Yes.
All he does is get his hands on balls. All right. Negative. I got the whole left side of the offensive line. Trent Williams is gone. For right now, we need to pay that. I know I'm switching my whole plan, son. We got to pay that man, son. Because our left side of the line is horrible. And Montez Sweat, who I wanted very much, he did shine. He did do some things during this game. But he's been largely missing for camp and during the preseason. So I'm looking for him to even step his game up some more.
Give him some time to get his feet wet. You know, rookie, he's got to learn the system.
4'4", 6'6".
Yeah.
Come on, son.
Give him some time. I think he's going to be a special kind of player.
You guys, nobody's making fun of that Jones pick now.
No. As a matter of fact, Dave Gettleman make sure that everybody eats some motherfucking crow when it came to Daniel Jones. I was over here going, what the fuck? You was going
ape shit.
Pissed.
You was going ape shit.
Okay?
I didn't go ape shit.
You're not a Giants fan.
But I said I understood if they saw it.
And not for nothing, for all his struggles right now in Denver, I initially wanted Drew Lock. So David Gettleman, like I said, he may be making us all eat some humble pie when everything is said and done. It's still the preseason, but you have to be impressed. 9 for 11 for for 141 yards yesterday.
All he
Let's
does is
keep
make
in
plays.
mind, we have no top-tier receivers. And he went 9 for 11 for 141 yards. That says something. He's putting the ball where it needs to be.
Yeah. And even if you say preseason means nothing, he could be bad in the preseason.
Yes.
Or he could be good. I didn't even talk about Dwayne Haskins, but he could be bad or he could be good. And
Haskins was 7 for 13.
Exactly.
Okay, 74 yards. Haskins overall through 3 games has a QBR of, I think, 58.
Yeah, he's not doing very well.
He's not doing well. I love Haskins' arm. Okay, he needs to work on accuracy, and unfortunately, the guys he's thrown to are just plain not catching it when the ball is there.
He dropped a lot
That's
of
not
balls.
on him. Unfortunately, it reflects on his numbers, but it shouldn't be on him.
Jones is getting busy.
Jones is getting his shit done. He's dimes every time you turn around.
Every time you turn around.
So, I think I'm about to change my tune. Again, preseason, still early to tell. Unfortunately, with the Giants, the defense absolutely motherfucking sucks. It's going to be a long year. I'm predicting 5-11 again, maybe 6-10 at best.
Oof. All right, so we go.
They would have to show me some.
Book will be drafted high.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay. So, news out of the land of the defending champs, the New England Patriots, who have already had their share of news attention this year with their owner, Robert Kraft, being indicted for prostitution ring, okay, or being involved in getting, a happy ending. And then, like a typical rich white person, getting that shit tossed out.
Get up out of here with this
Okay.
nonsense.
I've never heard. I'm not going to get into politics, okay? But you can't ignore the fact that money and this made sure that he didn't go to fucking jail.
Yeah, he got the complexion for the protection.
Yes.
I'm too rich to be getting sued for getting jerked off.
However,
I don't blame you.
Patrick Chung, who is a 9-year veteran,
Does not have the complexion.
okay, he does not. Now, this is where it gets really, really dumb, okay? Patrick Chung has now been indicted for cocaine possession, okay?
3-time Super Bowl winner, 10-year NFL veteran.
On the second year of a 2-year contract, paying him a total of $7 million. This man got busted.
No, hold on. He signed a 3-year deal.
Oh,
worth
okay.
$11.7 million.
Oh, corrected. Yes.
5.9%, 5.9 million this year alone in 2019. What are you doing?
So you got money,
You got millions.
but you had cocaine in the house, enough to be charged with possession. So if you're charged with possession, then guess what? That means intent to sell, intent to distribute,
it's a lot of cocaine.
trafficking. Where are they going to go with this? You got to wait and see how they charge him going forward. But here's where it gets really, really interesting. Apparently, the police were at his residence because his house alarm went off, and they were investigating a probable break-in.
So he wilding out on cocaine,
Okay,
and
so-
decided to do something stupid.
No, he wasn't even home.
What?
They were
What?
responding because his security alarm system went off. They were responding to a possible break-in, and that's how they found the coke.
So
Because they were making sure no one was entered in the fucking house and nothing was broken or stolen.
So if he wasn't home, how could they charge him? Because it's his house.
Yes,
So he could just say it was somebody else's
but it's
shit.
still in his house.
Right.
That's like if you get pulled over tomorrow
They
and,
find
and
a
your
gun in my
buddy
car.
and your buddy got a fucking gram of coke on him.
Understandable. Or if I find a gun in the car and say,
Bingo.
whose gun is it? All right. I think he might be able to get out of this.
It's a Class B felony. He's looking at 7 years.
7
max.
years. 7 years max. I think he'll be all right, man. I think he could just, like my man Chris Carter said, find a fall guy and do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
And
You
if
gotta
anyone
find
would know about finding a fall guy, it's
Yeah.
Chris Carter.
Gotta do what Chris Carter said during the rookie symposium. You gotta find a fall guy. And Patrick Chung has made $28.6 million in the league.
There's no reason. You should have
No
to go.
reason
Unless
unless you're a heavy drug user.
yes. All right. So that's Patrick Chung.
We get to that.
Zeke drama in the Big D. So, early in the week, Jerry Jones cracked a fucking joke, and he made it known, I'm joking. And right after he said what he said, I'm joking. So, apparently after...
The joke was, somebody asked him about Zeke Elliott, he said, Zeke who?
Mm-hmm. Immediately he says, I'm joking. We all know who Zeke is.
Right.
So apparently, whether it was Zeke or his agent, they made it well known that they were not happy with this joke. They were highly offended by the joke. Motherfuckers, you need to get over yourself.
They said we actually thought it was disrespectful.
Okay? First of all, I was here on the last show saying Zeke needs to get paid. I said it, okay? I'm a Giants fan. I'm saying Zeke needs to get paid. Zeke, as far as the numbers say, is the top running back until Saquon passes him. Anyway, right now, Zeke is the top running back. You can't argue that. The numbers back it up, okay? He gets in trouble off the field. He's a knucklehead. He needs to fucking grow up. Granted. But that don't mean he don't deserve his money. However, you're sitting in Cabo. What you doing in Cabo? You can't possibly be training, because in order to be training and get ready for the season, you need to learn how to do what? Take hits. You ain't taking no hits in Cabo. And if it is, it ain't the type of hit you're supposed to be taking it.
Exactly. It's
the
Patrick Chung hits.
All right, and no one goes to Cabo to train. Cabo is a fucking party town. Now, let's get on the whole thing about he was offended. He felt disrespected. These motherfucking millennials need to wake the fuck up, get some fucking balls, all right? Because it's a fucking joke. Give me a break. Everyone knows who you are. Everyone knows what you're capable of doing, and everyone knows you're gonna get your fucking money. Stop being such a fucking half-a-sissy about it. You and your agent.
And Jerry Jones, when he heard about this, said, I've earned the right with Zeke to make a joke. I've earned it. And you know what? I agree with you 100%, Jerry Jones. You know, I like Jerry Jones. I like him. He's good for the league. And he definitely did deserve the right to make a joke about Zeke. Zeke has been grabbing titties, pushing security guards, holding out for 2 years. We drafted him, and he holding out. He has 2 years left on his contract. Mm-hmm. They drafted him in the first round, like top 10 pick. That whole car crash during the playoffs, they tried to bury under the table.
Right?
Well, he can say whatever he want to about your dumb ass.
But you know what I love though? You know what I love? I love is Jerry Jones' response when it came out that Zeke and his agent were offended by this joke, disrespected by this joke. What did Jerry Jones do? He gave linebacker Jalen Smith an extension.
5 years, $64 million. And you know what he said during that press conference? He said the pie is a little smaller. Like, get in line, Ewok, or there's gonna be a problem. You're under contract for 2 years, my guy. And they gave you a contract offer that's in between. It's more than Le'Veon's and less than Todd Gurley.
Right.
So you in between 13.5 and 14.3. Mm-hmm. So what did they say? They give you 13.8. You tell me you're not going to take that? Why wouldn't you?
But did you see the response where he's retweeting someone else that if you're considered the top player in your position, you're supposed to be making 15 to 20% more than the highest paid person right now.
You can eat 15 to 20% of Jerry's balls.
Thank you.
You ain't getting nothing of that nature. And you need to just understand that.
And
you're a troublemaker.
I'm going to be very interested to see how this plays out because, as I said a couple weeks back, and again, this is not deterred from what I'm saying, Zeke needs to get paid. But they drafted a running back for a reason. They have a stronger line with Fredrickson coming
Tony
back. Tony Pollard.
And he's been impressing.
Okay, Tony Pollard, 4th-round pick.
He better not let him get no balls.
Fredericks is back off of injury. He looked very good so far in preseason. Yep. You have the tight end to end all tight ends. Jason Witten is back. So that's even more protection on that front line. So
better shape up.
What Dak is not going to have to worry about right now? Defensive pressure.
Yep, you better shape up.
Okay? You have now Jason Witten. You have Amari Cooper. They have receivers. And you better wake up, or guess what? You're going to be sitting at home watching the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm going to say it as much as it hurts me to say, win the NFC East and be a contender this year for the Super Bowl.
And trade you and have you sign a contract where you getting $8 million per. So you done lost. You done lost $4 million.
You know what they're gonna trade him?
Being stupid.
They're gonna trade him to Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah. Well, no, they can't trade him there because they got what's his name? Joe Mixon.
They have no line.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna. I'm talking about realistic. They ain't gonna trade them to them. But they'll trade you to somebody who's gonna pay you $10 million a year. So you done lost out on the $3 million per you could have got if you was not being greedy. Listen, Zeke, I understand your argument. You are the top, the top guy at your position at this current state. But it's all about timing in the NFL. And your timing is bad. Plain and simple. If you would hold out, like say year number 5 and you still did all of this work, then you have more of an argument. But right now, you don't really have an argument.
And of course, you have your NFL Players Association rep to thank for that 5th-year option.
DeMaurice Moron.
Okay. For all the whining he does about the current CBA, who agreed to it. Yep. So, you could have been a different story. You could have been your final year of your rookie contract, but no. DeMaurice Smith agreed to 5th-year option.
Yeah.
All right. So, the Browns.
We're talking about your boy Hodell once again.
Actually, Hodell is second on my list. First on my list is Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield opened up his mouth talking shit about Daniel Jones. Now, granted, Mayfield has walked back his comments and said he was misquoted.
Yeah, misquoted.
And this interview supposedly took place earlier this spring. Doesn't matter when it took place.
Doesn't matter when it took place.
The fact that you either said in full or around the fact that you could have believed the Giants drafted Daniel Jones. Well, first of all,
at number 6,
no one could believe the Giants picked Daniel Jones. Okay, no one's alone with you on that. But it's your reasons after that. It's the fact that you went ahead and you said he was a losing quarterback. Well, guess what? After what we've seen so far in the preseason, which you cannot just brush aside lightly, you have to take into consideration what would happen if the roles were reversed, Baker. What would happen if Daniel Jones was in Oklahoma and you were at Duke? Would you have a winning record, Baker? Would you be not only judged on your height, but your record? I don't think so. And let's also let the record reflect. Everybody was talking about your height as far as your ability to have success in the NFL.
Facts.
Regardless of the fact that we already saw success with someone of a short stature from Doug Flutie years earlier. You have not earned the right to talk about a fellow football player in your league of your age on another team when A, you don't know him, B, you don't know what he's capable of, and C, you yourself have not played a complete season.
And it's not just that, you just keep talking. Your mouth is always open. Somebody asked on social media, would he be taking, like now it's all about, Baker Mayfield is just being real. Would that be the same case if he was a black guy? I don't think so. If he was black or Spanish, I don't think he would be taking. It would be, you talking too much. Baker Mayfield, you talking too much. You need to shut up and just play football, man, and let the stats dictate what they do. Stop backing up this idiot Hodel. Stop letting him empower you with your nonsense. There's a reason why the Giants agreed to pay him $18 million and said, get the fuck out of here. We don't want your kind of bullshit. Hodel is still talking about the Giants. Talking about they sent me here to die. Shut the fuck up.
Now, again, this is an interview that took place in the spring, and it's just coming to light now. Which shows you the media likes to manipulate when they release shit.
Yeah, but so what?
But
you shouldn't have said that from the beginning.
Exactly.
You shouldn't have said it no matter when it was.
You have been dropped into a premier situation. You got Jarvis Landry, your best buddy, okay, on the other side of the ball.
You got Nick Chubb playing fucking running back. Okay. You got Baker Mayfield. You have a pretty good line.
Not to mention the running backs.
Yeah.
Okay. You got
Nick Chubb.
And fucking the woman.
The fucking dude from Kansas City.
Thank you. Brutal. Sorry. Anyway, you got a great situation here to make history, to be possibly on the team that becomes the first Cleveland Browns team to win a championship since the Jim Brown days. How are you going to sit there and say the Giants sent me here to die? Are you that much of a bitch that you're so fucking... Yep. Oh, my God. When you yourself used to fucking come out left and right, I can't stay in New York. I can't stay in this town. Really?
Make up your mind, which is why I call him Hodel.
Bingo.
Make up your fucking mind. And they had all of these guys before you even signed on. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Stop being a bitch, Hodel, and just fucking recognize that they put you in a good situation, even though they shouldn't have, because you were being a fucking ridiculous girl acting, man. It is what it is. You talked your way and acted your way out of New York. You were put in a great situation. Prosper.
I'll tell you what. If they open up their mouths again, to quote the late, great Robin Harris, please, someone put something in their mouth, because my zipper's stuck.
Exactly. I love the great Robin Harris.
All right. Great. All right, so, Jay-Z deal.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, wait a second. Okay.
You got people on both sides of this.
So, recently, Jay-Z, rapper, businessman, billionaire, entrepreneur, husband of Beyonce, signed a deal with the NFL. Okay, he runs a but a multifaceted corporation called the Rock Nation. They deal in representing clients and entrepreneurial work and community services,
sports agents,
all of that. Yeah, representing clients.
Yeah.
All right, it's called Rock Nation.
Yeah.
All right. Recently, they got into bed with the NFL. As part of the agreement, Rock Nation will advise on the selection of artists for major NFL performances like the Super Bowl. A major component of the partnership will be to nurture and strengthen community through football and music, including through the NFL's Inspire Change initiative. Now, people are saying that Jay-Z is, I'm not going to say the C word, but he's a sellout for doing this, and a sellout to the black people. And why is he a sellout to the black people? Because just last year, he had a song called Ape Shit, okay? Where he says, undefeated with the Case 2, I said no to the Super Bowl, you need me too, I don't need you. Every night we in the end zone, tell the NFL we in stadiums too. He also wore a Kaepernick jersey on Saturday Night Live. He's also spoken publicly about Colin Kaepernick and how the NFL is doing him wrong. From what I'm to understand, he's encouraged artists not to participate in the Super Bowl.
Right.
So people are asking, well, how can you do all of this and you sign up with the NFL? That last line I read you about the NFL's Inspired Change Initiative is basically the reason why I'm not sure if he's selling out. Now, I'll say this, okay? As a Brooklyn guy, as a person born in the 90s, Jay-Z can do no wrong in my eyes. I fucks with him heavy. He's done tons of charitable events. I mean, I can name a few. Mm-hmm. He built the waterway for the Africans.
Right.
He's bailed out fathers for Father's Day. There's a bunch of charitable stuff, but he does have a history of this. And the history is, just look up the Barclays Center, look up Barney's, for every 7 good, there's about 1 bad. Now, to me, Jay-Z's not a sellout until I find out what he does with this change initiative. Mm-hmm. I have to see this work in action.
Yeah.
The NFL is never shy about publishing what it does for the community, so I want to see it. I don't give a damn about your music contracts and all of that. Oh. I want to see the actionable efforts that you claimed is the reason why you were signing on. I'll reserve my judgment until then. But as far as I'm concerned, you made a good deal if you're really gonna, go forward with that change initiative.
And that's what we need to. That remains to be seen. That's what we need to keep an eye on.
Yes.
That being said, the only thing I will add to this is, as much as he may need to find a way around this from a business perspective, because this all revolves around what happened with Colin Kaepernick and his stance about taking a knee and the fact that he is now 3 years out without an NFL job. I think he needs to involve Kaepernick in this to some degree. If you're talking about giving back, if you're talking about reaching out and doing for the public and doing the right thing, mm-hmm. you need to involve Cap.
Well, look, he's smart. He would give to Colin Kaepernick's foundation out of that social benefit from the NFL.
Right.
If he's smart, I don't think people are pissed off because Colin Kaepernick still doesn't have a job. Like I've told you on a million occasions, which is why I give Colin Kaepernick so much props. Mm-hmm. You weren't good enough to take that stance. Cam Newton could have took that stance and still have a job. Even though I don't fuck with Cam Newton.
Right.
But he's good enough to where as though the NFL is not going to just let go of him. Colin Kaepernick wasn't good enough to make that stance and still have a job. Which is why I give him, like I said, so much props. But you're a distraction, my guy. Nobody's going to take you on. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to answer questions about you for 3 and 4 weeks at a time. Nobody wants to, why don't you put him in the game? And nobody wants to do that. That's a distraction. You know who never has distractions? The New England Patriots. You know who constantly is in the Super Bowl?
New England Patriots. But from aside from football, what Kaepernick is speaking against, what he is raising awareness for, is real. It is honorable. It has to be acknowledged.
Agreed.
I will agree with you to some extent. He was not the person to take that on. It should have been someone like a Cam Newton, or
Russell Wilson.
Or Russell Wilson, for that matter, yes. I will argue to the extent, though, had Cap refined his game and become the quarterback everyone thought he could have become, mm-hmm. like Ron Jaworski was basically saying he was going to be the best of all time. Had he taken the next step and become that, then I think we want to be having this discussion.
How often has that happened? Give me one example of that happening. I'll give you one.
Touché.
One.
Touché.
It never happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, he needs to be involved in some capacity.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Like, so we're both waiting to see
Yes.
what Jay-Z does.
You know? I'm not going to condemn Jay-Z yet.
Nah, get your money. Get your money, big fella.
This is the same man who said, money. Allow me to introduce myself.
Let's go.
Okay?
Stand up, baby. Stand up, son.
All right? And even though Boogie down,
yeah,
I'm with Jay-Z. Okay? Right. That being said, here on Zero Time, you have one walking a fine line.
I have one walking a fine line. Now, I don't appreciate the reason why he did it, but I applaud his gangster, all right? Woo! And that's my man Brian Flores from Miami, all right? Brian Flores, Kenny Stills came out speaking against the NFL and them backing Donald Trump in his endeavors. He also spoke out about Jay-Z, okay? Brian Flores, in retaliation, played 8 Jay-Z songs straight.
8? I heard it was 10.
It may have been 10.
He played Jay-Z at practice. That's it.
At practice, like, yo, eat that. You know what I'm saying? Now, after looking up some Brian Flores situation, I understand why he did it. Brian Flores was born in 1981. Yours truly was born in 1981. Like I just said, Jay-Z could do no wrong in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? So eat a dick, Kenny Stills. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to deal with this shit. But you see
what Kenny Stills did after practice in the locker room.
No, what'd he do?
He played Nas.
My favorite MC of all time.
But who did Nas have a problem with?
He had a problem with Jay-Z, of course.
All right.
They had New York popping. I was in school. My man Steve was hitting me up crazy. But yeah. So Brian Flores was a 1981 baby, which means I've played football against Brian Flores. He grew up in Brownsville. Brian Flores knows all about segregation. He knows all about police violence. If you grew up in Brownsville, when the era that I grew up in, you know all about that stuff. And he told Kenny Stills, I agree with you. Yeah. I stand with you. But don't come with my man Jay, son. Don't come with my man, son. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with that, man. So he's on the fence with me. But I fuck with Brian Flores. Brian Flores played at Poly Prep. We used to scrimmage against Poly Prep. I could have sworn I played against this guy. I could have sworn it. Yeah. I could swear it.
I'm all for
Because Poly Prep and Fort Hamilton are right down the block from each other.
I'm all for Brian Flores, New York cat, making good, making it all the way to the NFL. Now got a head coach job for the Miami Dolphins. Here's to you, Brian.
Here's to you, man. 38, baby.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. So, you got any zeros this week?
No. That was my only. My zeros came when we were talking about Hodell and Antonio Brown.
So basically, my zeros, we already talked about Antonio. So you know what? I'm not even going to get into Antonio again. I'm going to get into 2 zeros now. My 2 zeros, short but sweet. Conor McGregor. A video was dropped earlier this week by TMZ of Conor McGregor fucking cheap shotting some senior citizen or something, basically an older cat in an Irish pub, all right, because he refused to take a free shot of Conor's proper 12. Conor felt a certain way about it and just boom. As much as I hate that Conor did that, as much as I have him on my zero list, I will say this: kudos to that older gentleman.
Ate that shit.
Ate that shit. My man went boom, he
went whatever, nigga.
Huh?
Whatever. That's how Irish dudes do.
I don't know who you are, my friend, but kudos for you.
You get the sports rant kudos,
you took a punch from Conor and you just sat there and kept drinking.
Like it was nothing. You're a sissy.
But Conor, you a fucking zero, okay? I don't give a fuck if you ever come back in the UFC. You don't deserve to be back in the UFC. You have had 2 fights in the last 3 years, one of them being a fight against Money Mayweather, okay? Which you lost horribly. Then you got chumped in your return to the UFC. You ain't fought since. I think you're going on what? 10, 11 months since you fought last.
Listen, man, get your money, make your liquor.
Okay?
Stop taking blows to the head.
Thank you.
Obviously,
you took too many already.
Yeah.
All right. My second, and it pains me to say this because I love college football. Ohio State.
No, it don't pay me to say that. So tell it like it's plain. Make it plain, Dave.
The Ohio State actually petitioned, put in a request,
Put in paperwork.
filed
Whole
to
ass.
trademark the word "the." Well, you know what? I'm gonna trademark the word "is." See, everybody, yeah. Hello, hi. I'm gonna trademark that. I'm gonna trademark hi. I'm gonna trademark sup. How about that? Sup. Everybody does that every day. Sup. Are you fucking kidding me, Ohio State? I'm sorry. The Ohio State? You gonna fucking file for a trademark on the word "the"? A fucking word that we use in everyday language in the U.S. in England, anywhere they speak English. The? You gonna trademark the? Are you gonna try? The fuck out of here. You on crack? You must be on crack. Someone out there is on crack. It's either the AED, the president.
No.
Someone's on crack.
You know what? I totally understand your rant, and I get that. Fuck them. I hate Ohio State University because of the whole year 2000 cheating shit they did with Miami.
Yes, they did.
But I will say this. A lot of schools mimic their bullshit. They always say the Youngstown State. No, it's not fucking the Youngstown. There's only one the, 1.5, because it's the U.
The U. I knew you were going there.
But it's only those two. That's it. But it's not the U. It's the U, and the Ohio State University. Get your own shit. Stop. But they have empowered the Ohio State University with that bullshit.
Yeah.
It felt like they had to make a move. But fuck them. You can't fucking trademark the.
I'm a trademark
It's the most popular word in the English language.
I'm a trademark A. Guess what? We from New York. That means every day the MTA gotta pay me royalties to run the fucking A train from Manhattan to Brooklyn.
It means every ratchet person has to sit there when somebody dances and says, "Hey, we gotta get paid." You know how ridiculous you sound? Ohio State University, the horseshoe. You're insane, son.
Now, quick note, because it came across the wire just before we started this.
Right?
D. White. That's he wants it pronounced.
Hey, girl.
Has just signed a contract to play with the Los Angeles Lakers.
I wonder if he's gonna bring his lover to Los Angeles.
I don't care who he brings to
the
Los
one who
Angeles.
ruptured his butt cheeks.
If it didn't work the first time, it ain't gonna work this time.
Well,
okay?
Well, now you don't have Kobe on your team to hold you accountable.
No, you got LeBron on your team, and you got Anthony Davis, so you ain't gonna get the ball.
Yeah, I think he's fine with that.
Well,
I think he's fine with that. At this point in his career, I think he's fine with that.
Look,
I think it's a pretty good signing.
The only thing I'm going to say that's in his favor is the fact that he did drop 25 pounds in weight. Okay? And my man was looking heavy last year.
Yeah. Not being able to shit out your ass will make you do that.
Yeah, well, that being said, I still think he slows down their team. He has no speed whatsoever. Never really has. So the defensive aspect, you still flush that shit down the motherfucking toilet.
I beg to differ, man. I think he can grab rebounds and still be a rim protector.
Offensive boards, he can still grab. I don't see him grabbing D boards. If he can't get back,
they're not gonna be. LeBron is like 35, son. 34.
And LeBron don't play D.
He's not gonna be running down, running crazy.
Yeah, well, we'll wait and see.
I think he'll be all right.
Look, October be here before we know it. That being said, NCAA time. College football start this weekend.
Miami, Florida, baby.
That's gonna be the
Let's
biggest
go.
game.
Oh, let's go. Let's
College
go
football
get
back.
destroyed.
Clemson is ranked number 1. Big fucking surprise. Alabama's 2. I think Oklahoma's up there. Michigan's up there. Ohio State's up there. Look, bottom line is right now this is Clemson and Alabama to
once
lose.
again.
Okay?
Once again.
The only team right now that I could possibly see making any kind of challenge, and they would need to go undefeated to do so, is the Louisiana State Tigers.
And they won't, because they don't have no quarterback play.
Unfortunately.
They never have quarterback play. I don't understand how everybody in Louisiana... Ed Reed is from Louisiana.
Yep.
How don't you ever have fucking Odell Beckham, all of these guys are from Louisiana. How don't you have a quarterback that can play in the entire state? And if so, why can't you recruit him to LSU?
Well, I want to see what happens, because if on the infinitesimal chance they go undefeated for their first, I think, 8 or 9 games, I think it's week 10 is when they meet up.
With Bama?
With Bama. It could be huge.
We'll see how that is.
We'll take that 1 week at a time. As always, he's Dave.
He's Dave.
This was another Sports Rant. Thank you very much. Peace.